Hello viewers, welcome to our TV program on NTR TV, Discover World. Discover Turkey, Discover World. We are discovering both Turkey and world as well. Last time, I and my wife, we went to Oslo by car. We traveled many countries. We crossed almost 27 borders while driving to Oslo. First, we discovered neighboring countries such as Greece and Bulgaria, Macedonia, Northern Macedonia, Kosovo, Montenegro, Croatia, Bosnia, Slovenia, all Balkan countries we visited. But we had opportunity to make videos and visiting some important cities. In Greece, Saloniki is one of the most important part also for Turkey, because founder of modern Turkey, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk's house is there. So visiting there and making videos in Saloniki was very important. So firstly, we visited Atatürk's house in Saloniki and our videos from Saloniki. Please enjoy it. Yes, we are in Saloniki, in the yarn of Mustafa Kemal Atatürk's museum house where he was born. And people from Turkey and many countries, they're coming and visiting his house here. And on my left, there is pomegranate tree. There is an explanation here. This tree was planted by Al-Reza Efendi, the father of Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, when he was a child. Mustafa Kemal used to play under this tree. When he was a child, he was running under this tree, and he was here. The house is 3 floors, and we are going to start visiting each floor, starting from the basement. Stairs here. The gate, the door is small. This is the basement of the house, and there are some pictures giving information, Greek, Turkish and English languages. A small library, some pics from Atatürk. And also video giving information about his life in Turkish language. Should be subtitles in English and Greek, would be wonderful. This is stepdaughter Ülkü. Witnessed Atatürk's last few years. We're going to climb up the house from the basement stairs. This is the kitchen, and when he was a teenager, this stage is here. An all Ottoman style kitchen. Trays. Also video showing those days. Mother of Atatürk, Zübeyde Hanım, and some information about Zübeyde Hanım in 3 languages. This is the plan of the floor. We are climbing up wooden stairs. Yes, Atatürk was born in this room. In fact, not only Atatürk, but also a country was born here in the zoo in Saloniki. His belongings, and also when he was in the military academy, third-class grades and transcriptions in 3 languages. His belongings, ashtray. He was smoking too much. He liked smoking very much, and this is his statue and personal belongings, shoes, slippers, ties, walking stick. Information given in between 1920 and 1938 until he died. He had died when he was 57. He welcomed many world leaders in Turkey. English king, the King of Britain, Great Britain, visited Turkey. Atatürk didn't go other countries, but many leaders came to Ankara and Istanbul. He welcomed them. Hello viewers, welcome to our TV program NTR TV. We are very excited. We are in a very important place in Saloniki, Greece, and inside of Atatürk house where he was born exactly. And this is the house where he was born in 1881. He is the founder of the modern Turkey, and also he made a lot of revolutions in Turkey. Those days, people didn't understand the values of his revolutions a long time ago. But today, we understand how important those revolutions are. Atatürk is a very important figure, not only for Turkey, but also Islamic world, because he is the Da Vinci of Turkey and Islamic world, and also he's the Luther, because he translated some military books into Turkish language from French, and also he renamed some terminology in mathematics, and as well he wanted get the Quran translated into Turkish language. That way people could understand the meaning, what really God wants from the people. That is why he started 2 big revolutions in science and also religious understanding side. And today, if modern Turkey is speeding in many ways, it is because of him. This is his figure on one of the rooms. You can see some belongings, shoes, his ties, and also his vest on the right side. Yes, after Greece, we visited Macedonia, Kosovo, Croatia, Montenegro, Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina. We visited Split and Dubrovnik and Zagreb as well. We have wonderful pics from Dubrovnik as well. So our friends are going to show you some photos from Dubrovnik. Dubrovnik is a city on the shore of Croatia, on the west part of Croatia. Wonderful place, really. I strongly recommend you going Dubrovnik, visiting that marvelous city. Very touristic and a clean place. The air is clean, And the city is so beautiful, and a lot of historical places are waiting for you in Dubrovnik and Zagreb. Hello viewers, welcome to our TV program on NTR TV, Discover Europe, and we are discovering Croatia, Zagreb city. Zagreb is the capital city of Croatia. It's a very green and very beautiful city, and not very populated comparing Turkey and Istanbul. And but there are different kind of minorities here. And one of the most important points for Zagreb is for Muslims. Zagreb Central Mosque. In fact, this mosque had been built in 1918, but unfortunately it was closed during the time of Yugoslav Socialist Party. Joseph Broz Tito closed the mosque, but after that it reopened again. For a short time it was used as a museum, but later on this mosque reopened. Now the Muslims in Croatia, they are visiting the mosque, and people from different countries. You can see just behind of me some people look like Indonesia, Malaysia. They are visiting Zagreb Central Mosque, inshallah. Today is Sunday, and it is interesting, and just nearby the mosque we met people from Central Asia, Kyrgyzia. I'm going to speak Kazakh with him, and he's going to speak Kyrgyz. These two languages are very close each other, such as Croatian and Serbian. So I understand him, he understands me, and I'm going to start interview with him. Tanışkanımızda. Adınız kim?
Hasan.
Hasan. Kaysı kaladansınız?
Biz Kırgızistan'ın Sıkөл oblasından oluruz. Çolpan Ata. Sıkül область.
Türkiye'de buldunuz mu?
Türkiye'de, Alanya'da, İstanbul'da bulgum.
Türk dilinde bilesiz ha.
Türkçe'de az biliyorum ha.
Yaxşıdır.
Az biliyorum.
Kazak dilinde sünesiz.
Sünemiz ha, Kazak sünemiz.
Eğer Türk dilini bilseniz, bəli, Orta Asiyanın dillerinde yaxşı bilirsiniz buraya. Ben özüm de Kazakistan'da buldum. Bana Kazakistan'da alşın dilinden sabahlardan Kazak dilini öğrendikten keyin, bəli, Kırgız dili, olsun Uzbek dili, ben dillerde yaxın oxsayt. Sonra öğrendim. Siz cumusunuz qanday?
Bizim cumuşumuz azdır. Bir yakta razlaraba çok işlep жүрөбүз. Bir yakta документация деген жагы чем Россия караганда bir yakta кичине сложныйраак документи. Ошого ал бир документтерге жасайын деп жүрөбүз. Иштер жакшы болуп атат.
Hazır mında cumus istemişsiniz.
Biz burada hazır.
Yaxşı. Türkiye'de neçə yıl oldunuz?
Türkiye'de bir yıl olduk ayakta. Alanya'da, İstanbul'da.
Bir yılda yaxşı Türkçe öğrendiniz.
Az biliyorum. Az biliyorum. Otelde çalıştım orada. Otelde
neçədəsiz?
36.
Hayal var mı?
Var.
Mından mı? Kırgızistan'da.
Kırgızistan'da.
Bala var mı?
Var.
Kaç balamız var?
Bir balamız var inşallah.
Bir bala.
Bir bala.
Tek kadın. Olmaydı. Kırgızistan'da çok adam gerek. Sizin 5 olsun 6 adam gerek. Biraz ekonomi ya da malınızda var. Bunda neçə yıl olasınız? Kroatiyada sorsun. Bir yıldan keyin gedəsiniz. Cumus bitip getdikten sonra varasınız Kırgızistan'a.
İnşallah bu yıl yanvarda Schengen'e giret bolup atat Evropa, Хорватия. Eğer de Schengen'e girgen olsa biz anda inşallah Avrupa'nın özüne ketemiz.
İnşallah. Tanışkanımızla ve tanıştı mı? İnşallah yanından kezdeşeniz, söyleşeniz. Eğer Türkiye'ye gelseniz İstanbul'a kutarız.
İnşallah.
Aman bulunuzlar.
İnşallah.
Yes, we had a nice interview, small interview with a brother from Kyrgyzstan. Thank you very much for being with us. AYHAN ÖZCİMBİT, NTR TV, Discover Turkey. Hello viewers, welcome to our TV program on NTR TV, Discover World. We are discovering Croatia at the moment. We are nearby Dubrovnik. Sorry for the voice because of the cars. We are just nearby the road. That is why the road is very noisy. Just behind me you can see the Dubrovnik is one of the famous city of Croatia. So beautiful place, really, nearby Mediterranean Sea, Adriatic Sea. It's called as Adriatic Sea. Just opposite of this shore is Italy, and also there is ferry going to Italy from here. And we are going to visit the castle of Dubrovnik soon. A very beautiful isle on the right side. Some tourists are coming here and taking photos. This beautiful place. AYHAN ÖZCİMBİT, Discover World, NTR TV. Hello viewers, welcome to our TV program NTR TV Discover World. Now we are discovering European countries. At the moment we are in Zagreb, the capital city of Croatia. And Zagreb is a wonderful city really, and we visited important places. And right behind me you can see Ban Jelačić. He's the famous Croatian politician and also commander. His statue was made here, and the name of this area is the square of Ban Jelačić square. And right behind the statue you can see typical Central European buildings, because long time this country was ruled by Austria and Hungary Empire, and this country is also a Catholic country, such as same as Austria and Hungary. That's why they were affected culturally by these two countries. And also this country, before Austria by Hungarian Empire, had been ruled by Ottoman Empire since 1699. And also there are some Turkish words inside of Croatian language, and also some place names Turkish, so like Ilıca is Turkish. It's a district name in Zagreb. You can see that the Croatian flag, the very white square, and the people are very happy. Croatia, there are a million people. And in front of the population is over 100,000 people are living, but in the main city there are 800,000 people. Croatia, the minimum wage is 550 euros. It's a little bit low, but things are not very expensive in Croatia, and this country is full of rich of fruits, vegetables, and forests, and also machinery industry. Because of the population is not very high, and the country is also not so big. When we look Croatia, it's almost European side of Turkey, the surface, the country. And we wanted to make an interview with the people, but they are not very eager about that. So I made the video by ourselves. Anyway, that's all for today. AYHAN ÖZCİMBİT, NTR TV, Discover World, Discover Europe, Zagreb. See you. Yes, after Croatia, we also visited Bosnia and Herzegovina. Bosnia is in the heart of Europe, and when we look at the map of Bosnia, looks like human heart really. and we visited very important city in there, Sarajevo. In fact, I had visited Bosnia-Herzegovina in 2018 also, and we visited again, and we made beautiful videos from Bosnia-Herzegovina. And also we visited the grave of Alija Izetbegović, the first president of Bosnia-Herzegovina. He's very big, not only a politician, but also he's a big philosopher of Islamic world, really. He had a lot of beautiful explanations, and also he had a marvelous book, Islam in Between East and West. A book must be read, really. So I recommend you to read that book. But before reading the book of Alija Izetbegović, you have to read Das Kapital of Karl Marx, The Wealth of Countries, Wealth of Nations, Adam Smith, and Old Testament and the New Testament. After reading these 4 books, then after reading also Quran, then after reading Alija Izetbegović book, is going to be a marvelous information giving and understanding Islam and looking at the Islam differently, really. So important book. So I recommend you to read his book. And of course we have got videos from Şehitlik, the graveyard of Muslim or some other innocent Christians died in the area. We made video for you, and please watch it, enjoy it. Hello viewers, welcome to our TV program, NTR TV. Discover world, discover Europe, discover Balkan Peninsula. We are in Sarajevo. It is the capital of Bosnia-Herzegovina. This country is always in my heart, has been always in my heart since 1992, because very hard days, very difficult time had been lived in this country. In between 1992 and 1995, this country suffered a lot. Many innocents were killed in this country. Now we are in the Şehitlik martyrdom in Sarajevo, and when I look at the tombstones, I can see the buried people. Mostly they died in between 1992 and 1995. 50,000 people were killed, Bosnians were killed by the Chetniks nearby the Drina river by cutting the throat, and also there many civilians, 250,000 children, women, they were killed by Chetniks, really. And the isolated area, this part, couldn't get any help, any assistance from different countries. They were totally alone to defend this city. Chetnik snipers around of the mountains, they were shooting Bosnian Muslims and the Croatians. They were shooting, killing, unfortunately. And many people around of me, some of them, while they were trying to find bread and water, running away from the snipers, they died. While I'm telling you this, I'm shivering really, because I lived those days. Each day I was following the news from Bosnia and Herzegovina. There are unbelievable stories here. Unbelievable obsession had been done by the Chetniks. I can't tell you on the TV screens because it's forbidden to tell those killings really. Anyway, today Bosnia is in peace, and this country had been built by a man. He's not only a politician, but he was not only a politician, he was also a great scholar in Islamic world. His book, he wrote an amazing book. His book is Islam in Between East and West. This man was European, Bosnian, Muslim. He lived here in this city. He was born here, and he was the father of Bosnians. And his name is Alija Izetbegović. Just behind me, you see his grave. Very modest, wonderful grave. This is my second time visiting this grave. The shape of the grave is, you can see it's a crescent, is in the center of the crescent, as you can see. Alija Izetbegović book, Islam is in between East and West. Very important book, but unfortunately his book was not very well understood, because if you want to understand his book, you have to read Old Testament, you have to read New Testament, you have to read Das Kapital of Karl Marx, and also you have to read Adam Smith's Wealth of the Countries. These 5 books, after reading those 5 books, then after reading Alija Izetbegović, then you can understand exactly how broad vision he had about Islam. And that is why I admire him. Also his, not only the politician, but also the scholar side. And I have got completely different feelings in my heart really. Being in the cemetery of Shahids, martyrs, and also nearby Alija Izetbegović. It's a very interesting and a very different feeling really. If you come to Bosnia and Herzegovina, especially Sarajevo, you should come and visit this cemetery. I kindly request you to look at the tombstones. There are some children, babies. Most of them they died in between 92 and 95 really. We couldn't keep our shedding tears while walking among the tombstones really. There was no way to come Sarajevo those days. They were completely alone, and they were orphan of the humanity. Orphan martyrs, orphan graves. And they were all killed by fascism, Chetnik mentality. Of course, not every Serb is Chetnik or and also fascist. There were some Serbs here. They were fighting together with Muslims against the fascists, and one of them has got very interesting story. His name is Čedomir Domuz, and he was also killed by Serbian Chetniks. He was a hero. He is still hero in Bosnia, and inshallah today we are going to make an interview with her daughter, his wife, with his daughter, with his wife. We are going to make an interview, inshallah, in the afternoon, if Allah permits, and we are going to listen Çedomir from her daughter. Her daughter Sanya Selma converted to Islam. Also, his Çedomir's wife converted to Islam. Çedomir died as a Christian. You can defend your country. Bosnia is a Muslim country as well, and you can defend your nation, or your religious brothers, sisters. I can understand this. You can defend, but if obsessors are from your nation, your religious group, what would you do? Not many people don't defend the innocents. Normally, if we are human beings, we have to be against any kind of obsessor. Obsessor can be Christian or Muslim or Jewish, but we have to be together with any innocent in the world. If innocent is Christian or Muslim or Jewish, no matter, but we have to defend the innocents first. This makes us human. And Çedomir supported Muslim innocents here in this country. Even if he was a Serb, even if he was an Orthodox Christian. That is why he is a very great man. And inshallah, we're gonna speak to Selma, Sanya, in the afternoon. Thank you very much for being with us. AYHAN ÖZCİMBİT, Sarajevo, in the cemetery of Şehitlik, martyrdom, and nearby Ali Izetbegovic grave. Discover Turkey, discover world, discover Balkan Peninsula, discover Bosnia. Hello viewers, welcome to our TV program on NTR TV, Discover Turkey. We are discovering, keeping discover Bosnia and Herzegovina. We are in the heart of Bosnia, Sarajevo, the city of Bosnians, and a very historical place. And here with me two Bosnian brothers, and they are going to introduce themselves. Your name? Abdullah. How old are you? 17. 17? Dear me, you look like 27. I'm joking. So what are you?
I'm graphic designer.
Graphic designer? Abdullah, you're studying graphic design at the university?
No, in high school.
In high school. So you're going to go to the university, inshallah? Everything is going to be okay. You're from this city or out of town?
No, I'm from Syria.
You're from Sarajevo. That's great. And you?
My name is Ismail. Also, I'm here from Sarajevo. That's my school, the oldest school in Bosnia. Oldest school in Bosnia from 1537.
Dear me, about from the time of
Ottomans. It's the Islamic gymnasium, Islamic high school.
So you do speak Arabic?
Yeah, of course. I live in Egypt.
Oh, great. So how many years you live in?
2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
And we are now in the yarn of Hello viewers, welcome to our TV program on NTR TV, Discover World. We are still discovering Bosnia and Herzegovina. We are in a family, but very special family. I'm going to make an interview with them. And inshallah, you will be very enjoyed this interview. And can we know you? Please introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Sanya Selma Sadikovic. It is my name. I'm the daughter of the Bosnian hero Čedomir Domoz, and I'm also a mother, a daughter, a
How
wife.
many children you have?
I have 2 sons.
2 sons?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wonderful. What is your job?
I work as an air traffic controller in Bosnia Air Traffic Center.
How long?
For 10 years now.
How many languages do you speak?
I speak 2 languages, English and a bit of Turkish.
I see. But the Bosnian is also very similar to Serbian also. Croatian languages, Slovenian, Macedonian, very similar each other, I know.
Yes, those are almost the same language with some differences.
Thank you. And can we know you?
I'm Vesna Esma Domus. I was the wife of Čedomir Domus, and I'm mother of Sanja, Selma, and my son Teo. He's not here, he's on the job.
I think your son, he went to school in Turkey, right?
Yes.
He speaks Turkish also,
Yes,
as far as I
very
can
well,
tell.
very well, yes, and English too.
English too.
English too.
He's in Bosnian army, as far as
Yes,
I know.
he is now, he's officer.
That's really nice.
Yes.
So he speaks more than you, many
Yes,
languages.
many language than me.
Mashallah, mashallah.
It's the better. The
Okay.
children must know better from the parents.
And also I have met your grandchild that he
Yes,
speaks
yeah.
English very well.
Yes, they
Yeah,
are. Yeah, Abdullah, yes.
And we are here and we are going to talk about also the Bosnian hero Čedomir. When I read about his life, I was very surprised and I was very affected, really. I was very impressed about his life because when the Bosnian War started in 1992, Sarajevo was under siege. Very hard days started those days, as far as I know.
Yes.
And he was a Serbian police officer here, right? As far as I know, some Chetniks, nationalists, they offered him to join himself, right, to their group to fight the Muslims, and but he refused this, as far as I remember.
Yes.
Even if he was a Serbian, even if he was an Orthodox person. And what happened next? Because I know the story, but you know better than me, of course. Could you please tell this from the first mouth? What happened and how did he join? What went on? Could you please say shortly?
Actually, what happened is that he was a regular policeman like his colleagues. There was a police of Republic of Bosnia and Herzegovina, and he was a policeman. And in one moment, a group of Serbs,
Chetniks, right?
Yes, nationalists, they decided to go out of the regular police, and form their own parallel police station.
I see.
It happened all over the Bosnia, Republic of Bosnia then. And they did try to recruit all Serbs to join them, but my father actually he wanted to stay in the regular police with his colleagues because he didn't like what they were intending to do.
Yeah.
He has had some information and some intuition, and he actually hated the idea of Chetniks, even from the Second World War.
Or dividing Bosnia.
They were always on the wrong side of the law and justice.
So we can say he followed the voice of his heart.
Yes, exactly. What is interesting is that my father was a real anti-fascist,
Yes.
He couldn't be convinced to fight against his best friends. His mother by milk was a Muslim woman. His first man on his wedding day was a Muslim. Even his best friends and his colleagues from the police station where he worked, they saved his life. 2 years before war, he had a very difficult operation, and he needed blood, and 7 of his colleagues went and gave him their own blood. All 7 of them were Muslims. It was very spontaneous, it wasn't planned, but it shows that people were together, they really lived together, and they respect each other, and no one could convince him that those people want to harm him now.
Yeah.
Because they saved his life 2 years ago,
Yeah.
He was like No, it's not possible. And also he knew what Chetniks did in Second World War. Those people were they were doing genocide, and they were participating with collaborating with Nazis in the Second World War, and all those people were actually their followers. Chetniks were they are from Second World War.
Your father died while he was fighting on Igman Mountains,
Yes.
as far as I know.
Yes.
Is it right?
Yes, that is right. He said to his colleague, I want to take over the Igman mountain because it is very important mountain for Sarajevo. And he even said that in every war Chetniks took Igman, and he won't allow them to take it in this war. And he decided to go on Igman with some 20 to 30 people.
Yes.
And they took Igman from them. Later on, it will be the only way for salvation of the city of Sarajevo, because you maybe heard about tunnel
Yes, I know
below
the
the runway. Yes, and after the runway, after the tunnel, the road went via Igman to free territory. So that was the key,
Anyway.
the key place to take to save the city in the later.
Save the people.
Yes,
also.
Yes,
save
in
the city,
Sarajevo.
save the people. It was the only way to go out and in Sarajevo via Igman.
So that
mountain.
was very important due to the
Yes,
defended
it was,
area.
It was of vital importance for the later years of war.
So he knew the importance of that
Yes.
area. That is why he went there. He
Yes.
defended Igman Mountains.
Yes, yes.
What year, what month he died on Igman Mountains?
He died actually at the beginning of the war. It was only 6 months after the war began, on July the 30th.
July the 13th.
Yes, 1992.
I see.
There was action to free one village on the Bjelašnica mountain. Those are together mountains, Igman and Bjelašnica. They are close by. They managed to free the village, but he unfortunately he died in that action.
May Allah give rahmat his soul.
Yes.
And I hope, inshallah, you will meet your father in the paradise together. And do you have any remembrance? What did you feel when you heard your husband died on the Igman Mountains? I believe so hard to listen this because you have children. How old were you?
I was 6 and my brother was 9 years old.
Very young.
Yes, we were very
So what did you feel those days? How it was like?
It was hard days. I was 26 and my children was 6 and 9, and we don't have any family
Here.
because all the families mostly go on the right side. So we stay alone. Yeah, they go with Chetniks. So we stay along. It was very hard.
Those days, yes.
But before my husband died, he said some 4 things that was very, very interesting.
Please, would you please share?
Yes,
us,
yes.
If it is not special.
I want to
Please.
share that because he say, you know, here is the 1908 people who die in the Second War. So if I die, please bury me here.
On
It
Igman
was-
Mountains.
Yeah.
98 partisans died in the Second World
Yes.
War, and they were buried in the Igman mountain. And he
Against the
said,
Nazis.
me,
Yes.
He
me,
died there.
yes, he said that
It's me,
it's me
99,
and
and
another
one
one,
to
yes,
200.
200. He wanted that
So-
number to be 100 with him and some other. And when he died,
Yes.
they buried them.
Yeah.
when-
Because after 40 years later,
Yes.
Sarajevo was under siege again.
Again, yes,
And,
and under
he
Chetnik
Yes.
attack again, and he wanted to be.
German fascists
So-
and the Chetniks
Yes.
changed the position, but the same attack.
Actually,
and he supported.
yes.
supported.
Chetniks were in the Second World War collaborating with Nazis, with the German Nazis too. You know.
Really?
Yes, there was formation called Chetniks. There is
I
the
see.
name Chetniks from the it is from Second
So
World
he
War.
said that, and I said, and they colleagues say, please don't say like that. Please say, God save me. If God save me. No, listen to me. If I die, please burn me here. If I live, I will be stay to live here in Egmont and wait for the people who is run away from the country and left us here in the war. So he is now on Brazovača, and near here is Atan Došlić. He is a shahid,
Yes.
and that is one white and one
Black,
Black,
two
gray.
graves, one
and that was 100
yes. Adnan
people.
died in December.
I really imagined when I learned his life, really. I wish I had the power. I was going to make a film of his life.
We have a film.
yeah.
Actually,
Really?
we have.
Did you?
Documentary, yes.
Yes.
We did. We made it now 2 or 3 months ago, and but it's not translated to English yet.
I hope someday it will be
Yes.
done.
Also, this story about his
life.
Adnan
Yeah.
was his colleague, and actually he wasn't policeman. He was with
Just-
him in the war.
Yes.
He was very young, 25 years old when he died, and they found a letter in his pocket, and
Yes.
on that letter it was written to bury him near Chedomir, and they decided to bury him with my father too.
He died after your father?
Yes, after
After.
my
So
4 months
in
after
the
my
pocket was
father.
the
Yes,
letter.
Adnan died, and they found testimony. You know, they
Interesting.
found
Yes.
the letter, and they buried him also there. So now there is, like he said,
Two friends
100.
are
Together
the same,
now.
together.
Yes.
And that was 100
One is
people.
one is Muslim. You can see that on the picture. There is a monument for those 1908 partisans, and also one black grave for Orthodox, and one white grave for Muslim, and they are all together.
It's
Fought
Bosnian.
against fascism. You know,
Yeah,
it is.
racism.
It is.
The sickness of the modern age,
Yes.
illness of the modern age. In fact, this is the ideology of Satan, because he said, even in Quran, I was created from fire and you created Adam from the clay. I am about the clay. This is fascism,
Yes.
because we are all human beings, and claiming that we are above and you are low, this is terrible, really.
Yes. Yes.
We thank you very much for joining our program, and we brought you salam and also the good wishes of Istanbul. And thank you very much for joining our program, really. And we are very happy to making program and interviewing with you for the African brothers and sisters. In many countries, they are going to watch our interview, inshallah.
If I can say just one thing, my husband was a hero of this war,
Yes.
and they have a free medals
Yes.
from that
he
war.
got 3
Yes.
medals, and one of those directly from Rahmetli
Aliyah Begovic, yes. And we have some special relationship with Aliyah. You know, when the war was stopped, my home was broken, and Chetniks was burned. Our house destroyed all, and we don't have any place to live. And
Oh my God! Your
yes,
house was burned. by
yes,
the Czechs.
because
Yes,
yes,
yes, yes.
that
On
was a
many
brother
houses.
from my mother-in-law.
Yeah.
They do.
My grandma, yes.
They was burned
Their
our
own
house.
brothers
So-
burned our house.
So 1 year
Oh
I
my
was
God.
try to something do about that we have a place to live, and I cannot
We
I
couldn't
can,
find help
No.
to repair our
Yes.
house.
So I
Actually,
was write a letter
To-
from the to President Ali Izetbegovic, and I write only 3 sentences.
Yes.
That I have a problem. The time this
Desperate, yes.
desperate,
That we're
and
desperate. We don't
then
have anywhere to live.
So
Yes,
did you receive any
and send in the
Presidents.
So after 4 days, they call me. And I was shocked. You know, where president you call you, if you can come to us.
Ali
you will-
Izetbegovic called you
Yes,
himself,
yes, to
invited
come.
you to
Yes,
the presidency.
Yes. So I was shocked. You know, many door was locked after me, but in the president, you know, you come and you can go to the president like this. It's not a problem. And he tell me, it's okay, don't worry, go home. Everything was be good. You just go home. So that is the truth. He's
He found a way to
Yes.
help us, yes,
And-
and
and-
rebuild our house.
and
Yes, he
all-
found
all.
the money and funds for our home to
So
be
you renewed
rebuilt.
your house.
yes.
Yes,
Everything was okay.
yes, yes.
Yes.
Were you protected by special forces in Bosnia?
No.
Or-
No,
We don't need that.
We lived
You don't
like
need-
No.
everyone else.
You're not
yes.
threatened right after that?
No, never.
Oh,
No.
Good.
because in the war we were all in danger. You know, all the people were in danger from bombs and everything.
But now there is peace.
After the war,
Yeah.
yes, there is peace, but we still fight for our country
Oh,
politically and on all
political.
the other ways. We very often we say the war ended, but only fighting ended.
The guns was-
the war
In different
still
areas.
continues.
Yes.
Other
Because we
assemblies.
don't fight anymore
In
with
the parliaments,
guns
you mean.
and bombs, but we have political fight because our war didn't have a winner. They just stopped in the middle of fight, stopped, and all 3 sides, our aggressors from both sides stayed, and
the same.
their ideas are very alive today and very strong today. We are still fighting our aggressors on political area, not by guns
I
and
understand.
bombs, but we are defending Bosnia and Herzegovina still from Serbia and Croatia because they are attacking us every single day in different political ways and everything, and we have inside enemies, you know.
May I ask you a special question?
Yes.
Today, Turkey and Serbia have got good relations.
Yes.
Does this affect to the peace in Bosnia also? Envisions?
I wouldn't say it affects on our peace, but it would be good if Turkey recognized Turkey. I mean, government of Turkey. I know Turkish people know a lot of about Bosnia, but sometimes I have a feeling that Turkish government doesn't seem to acknowledge how aggression continues on Bosnia from Serbia, also from Croatia, but from Serbia via Republic of Srpska and their politicians. They still want to separate half of the country and give it to Serbia. They still trying to ruin everything that we rebuilt after the war till today. They are every day they are trying to minimize our institutions of Bosnia and Herzegovina. Yes,
Yeah.
they are doing it every single day on every plan they can. Cultural, political. They are ruining now our sports because they want us to play with the Russia.
Russia?
You
We
know
don't want that.
how hard it is now for us. We want to go to European
Europe,
Union,
yes.
and we want to be a European country, and they are actually pulling us back because they want to ruin the Bosnia. Actually, it is all through every channel they are trying to destroy this country. We are still fighting, not with the guns, but war is on both.
You know,
It's really hard.
when
It's something similar. They're often compared with Cyprus and the cold. It's actually like some kind of Cold War. You know, you don't have any more guns and bombs, but you still have a lot of problems and stress in between people.
I understand.
You know, where is Bosnian army? Come to strong army. When we have so many excess,
A success, yeah.
yeah, the world say stop the war now.
Yes.
You are the dangers. Stop the war.
Yeah.
Because
Before that,
They didn't stop.
They
didn't
we,
even-
We,
they
we
didn't-
have
we
embargo.
couldn't even, yes.
We couldn't defend.
we couldn't
himself.
buy legally a weapon
I
and
followed
everything.
in between 92 and 93, 95 what happens in that area. I was always following those days. I was very young, but I was following. And the Bosnian army started having more lands, and Vance Owen plan said no, you're going to give those land back to
Yes.
that territory.
Yeah.
I heard that. I was very surprised, and I could see the Bosnians here, the orphans of Europe, and also Ummah.
Yeah.
I thank you very much for joining,
Thank you.
really, and expressing your feelings openly. And thank you very much, really.
You're welcome. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We have made a wonderful interview with Çadomir's family, and thank you very much for being with us. AYHAN ÖZCİMBİT, NTR TV, Discover Europe, Discover Bosnia. After Balkan countries, we drove up to Austria and also Poland, Estonia, and also Lithuania, Helsinki, Finland. We went to Stockholm, the capital of Sweden, by ferry boat. We have marvelous photos also for them, for these places. So I recommend follow our program. We also visited Italy and made some videos from Italy for you in the next episode, inshallah. Hope to see you. AYHAN ÖZCİMBİT.